Hello again, YouTube. Matt Price, soundrolling.com, that whole spiel. Starting these things again with live videos. Already done one today with a live conversation between our fine selves. And it's basically all in the name of getting more, content out there that's more contextualized to what people actually want or think or want to talk about. And so this was kind of born as kind of just me live hanging out with you guys, and then it kind of turns into a little video at the end. So looking at about the next 10 to 15 minutes, hopefully figured out all my kind of internet problems that I've had before, and that will work. And if not, then we'll start again, or we'll figure something out. So the whole idea of this is you get in the comments below and you ask me questions, and then I will share my opinion, or if I don't know, then I'll say I don't know, unfortunately, and I'll try and find out more. And this can kind of be an ongoing thing. A lot of my videos are in short segments anyway, only lasting about kind of 5 minutes. So maybe I'll touch on kind of 3 key areas of interest that I think are useful for other people to know. And otherwise, I will just take the lead from all of you, really. And feel free to kind of share this about, and while it's live, I guess, and then I'll answer all the questions, and then any questions that you leave in the video, when this becomes a video and you're playing it through, leave questions below, and I'll get that all sorted for you in the next sessions. We had a question last time from Alice Saint, who left a comment just regarding commercial versus kind of non-commercial work, I guess, like professional work in a way, in terms of like student films or anything like that. My kind of approach is the exact same. It's all about kind of finding out expectations and obviously being able to quote on a job based on whatever they need. And so we're obviously trying to, the only reason I would take on a project is because I either believe in the project or the project's really interesting, and I can obviously do a good job. It's not very good if you don't think you're up to doing a good job on a project to then still take that job anyway, because it's likely going to bite you in the ass. So that's pretty much my approach there. In terms of gear as well, obviously non-professional projects, student films and stuff, it just means that you have to manage those expectations a bit more. So it's kind of the same. I've got really good gear. I like to take the best tools that work for me, obviously within reason, and anything more complicated that's just out of odds, I guess, with them lining up with what people actually want, then I can't deliver. So we got a question from Duffman. Do I find that I lose out sound design work for only having a stereo setup? No, because it's not that I only use a stereo setup all the way through. I do then go on to I've got people that I collaborate with that have 5.1 studios, and so for me the sound design work is mainly all the editing, all of that kind of stuff is all just one part of it, obviously, just getting it all down there in the sound edit, and then I can obviously take it on to a 5.1 studio. And so for me, obviously, because most of the time I'm doing location stuff, I've obviously invested a large portion of all my money into that. And so to invest kind of equally into post-production would, I think, cripple me for a while, because there's lots of things you can buy and lots of very expensive toys in kind of both, well, in the whole of the sound world in general. So for me, I've kind of focused, I've got a decent setup, like Genelec speakers, that kind of stuff. For the stereo setup, it's good for dialogue editing, it's good for all that kind of stuff. And then I can just obviously go to a 5.1 studio and then mix that there. And that just kind of makes more sense for me, I think. And it's better usually on the budget side of stuff as well for clients. Because obviously renting a full massive studio is more expensive than just paying my hourly rate and then me working at home in a decent setup that I can work really quick with and that I know, and obviously having the office within within a thing is fine. Do I get any noise problems with the neighbours? No, funnily enough. Generally try to work it in reasonable hours. It's usually like headphones after it's super, super late. I mean, I can't just kind of blast all my sound design out kind of all the time. And I generally live in a very, very quiet neighborhood, which helps as well. So that makes it really easy as well. So if you have any questions, get in the comments right now. You're kind of on a live stream. And if it doesn't say live in the corner or somewhere on this page, then it's probably a video. If so, you can still leave a comment and join me for the next live video session as well. And yeah, just looking to kind of get more thoughts from you guys. I guess you think it would be a good move. It would be good to move to London. It's personal choice, really. You're in Leicester, so Leicester's not too far away from London, but obviously it's not conveniently close, I guess. For me, it was a kind of necessity because I didn't have anyone that was based near London. Like I was like 500 miles away, so I kind of had to just jump straight into London. I just focused on London all the time. Not saying that there isn't loads of other kind of like local markets within the UK. And I guess this kind of applies to a similar vein for anyone out in the US or in any country really. If you go to the major cities of any country that you're in, you're pretty much just guaranteed more opportunities in this line of work, I believe, because it's all about networks, it's all about people making content, and so just by the sheer fact that you have more people means that you're going to get more opportunities. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going to be better, or the work is going to be more consistent. But you're going to be given more opportunities to do with it what you will. So that's kind of what I think about that. Really, whether you should move to Leicester, I don't know. If you can make it work from where you are and travel in, then it makes a lot of sense. But if it's feel that you have to be kind of within the actual sphere of where everyone is, then it's probably better to move to the place where you want to be. So I think London's good. It's definitely obviously got all the classic cliches of being very expensive, and so you've definitely got to kind of prove you can make it work. I wouldn't say never have worked in London before and then just gone and immediately try to rent somewhere. I'd slowly keep dipping in there and just try to get it all kind of sorted, really, in terms of just growing your network. That's essentially what all of this kind of stuff is about. So if there is no more questions, then I shall end this kind of little live Q&A, but I will be doing obviously more of them. The whole point is that this can then be useful after the fact when it's made up as a video. So if there's any more final questions, get them in now. Otherwise, we will end it. And of course, you can share this video about, I guess, or this kind of concept, and maybe we can do more stuff with it. Currently hit about, I think, 250 plus videos now. So getting lots and lots of content, and lots of the sound chats were really, really useful. Eventually we'll get around to like editing some useful chunks out of those. Still working on the Soundrolling app at the moment, which is good. Would you be happy to have a chat over Skype? We can have a chat over this. But yes, we can have a chat over Skype as well, depending. I mean, it's more useful to share with the whole community, I think. So we'll keep doing these kind of bite-sized bits, and then maybe I'll do a longer hangout like I did the other day. Just answering loads of your questions. But I think that's it for now. So I will see you guys tomorrow, probably. And probably around this sort of time, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try and do these things in a somewhat consistent time frame, but depending on when the best time zone works for people in different days, and obviously weekends are better and harder, and this, that, and the other, and working, it may vary. But you can always get your questions in the comments, even after this live stream has finished, and then I'll just answer and ask those kind of on the next one. Little awkward, just 1 or 2 on the chat. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I shall, yeah, we can definitely hook up for a Skype sesh as well. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Be sure to subscribe, like, and all that good jazz. And stay safe.